Thank you for joining us today. I'm really excited to present some information to you about an idea that surfaced on the General Board last year. They directed us to produce a tool for you, and that's been done. We're going to share some information with you today about that. The General Board requested that we come up with a website, a bulletin board type location where districts could post information about churches that are looking for pastoral leadership, or a pastor could post information about open positions at his church that he's looking to fill. We have created that, and this video is going to give you instruction about how to utilize that site. One thing I'll point out, and you'll see this in the demonstration, and that is that one concern the General Board has was that proper ethics be utilized in this process. So there is a disclaimer that you'll see on the first page that anybody, and only credentialed ministers could get to this site, but any credentialed minister who utilizes it makes a commitment to follow proper ethical guidelines regarding contacting someone about an open position or about an open church. You'll see that wording as you utilize the site. This is, again, available only to credentialed ministers, and I hope it's going to be a help in assisting churches in locating leadership that they are desiring, and for pastors to find assistance that they're looking for in their local church. So here's the demo. Our Director of Research and Development, Catherine Groves, is going to show you how this works. I hope it's a blessing to you.
Hi, my name is Catherine Groves. I work for UPCI Church Administration, and today we're going to do a walkthrough tutorial of the new Opportunities Bulletin on wa.upci.org. So first, we're going to go to wa.upci.org. On this page, you will need to log in. There's a button in the upper right corner that says Log In. The email for your login may not be the same email that you use for UPCI ministers. The email for this account will be your primary UPCI email, which is the email that you receive communications from UPCI headquarters. If this is your first time logging in, use that email and the Forgot Your Password button. This will send an email to you where you can choose your password for the first time. But assuming you have your credentials, you'll enter your email and password and then click Log In. All right, now on the top of the page, there's a few headers. We're going to select the headers Ministers and select the last option that says Opportunities Bulletin. Now, the first time that you go to this page, what you see is an ethics statement. And Brother Graham should have mentioned this in the introduction, but every day, once a day, the first time that you visit this page, you have to read and acknowledge that you have read this agreement before you can proceed to the bulletin. You don't have to do this every time you visit the page, but it will happen once a day. So for this video, the first time we click it, it's not going to appear again. But if I came back tomorrow, I would have to make the acknowledgement a second time. So you can read this ethics statement, and if you agree, you'll choose the green button, Acknowledge and Proceed. Now, for this video, keep in mind that I have an admin role, so I may see more than a minister account can see, but I'm going to explain what ministers can see versus what districts may be able to see. So I'm going to start this video by explaining, as a licensed minister, what functionality you have on this web page. The two options that we have here are to view open churches and view open positions. These should be visible to any UPCI credentialed ministers. We'll start by viewing open churches. Click the button. Now, all of the data here so far is based on tests. This is data that we made up to give you an example of what it could look like. The yellow and red buttons here, I can see them because I'm an administrator. As a minister, you will not see these yellow and red buttons. But you should see any list of open churches that have been posted. You can scroll. At the bottom, there are page numbers where you can see the longer version of the list. At the top, there's a drop-down button. If you wanted to specifically filter this to just see churches in a specific district, you can use that option. Now, this button that says View Details, if you click it, it'll take you to a page where you'll see more details. For example, you'll see the date that it was posted, the last time it was modified, and more information about where this church is located. But importantly, you'll find the contact information for who you should reach out to if you have an interest in this posting. There's no chat feature, no application feature to this webpage. It's simply a bulletin board where opportunities will be posted, contact information will be listed, and then you can communicate outside of this forum. For example, this church, it has the year established, attendance, the type of facility, the population of the area, and the description. This could be longer or shorter, just depending on the person who has made this posting. Now, when you've read all the information, you can click the gray button to go back to the list. Now, that's pretty much the functionality to view an open church. You can filter, you can scroll, and you can view the details. So now I'm going to go back and show you the open positions. It's going to look very similar. You click that option. Again, at the top, you have options to filter by district. We also have an option to filter here by position. Remember, the open positions are going to be posted by pastors for opportunities inside of those churches. Now, for example, let's say I wanted to specifically look at a certain type of opportunity where I just wanted to look for a pastoral assistant. If I click search, the list is going to filter and just show me positions that fit the category that I selected. Now, again, as a minister, you will not see these yellow or red buttons. You will only see the blue button to view details. So if you're interested in this opportunity, you click the blue button, view details. Again, it's going to look very similar. You can see the date this was posted, the date it was modified, where this is, the city, the state, the district, and importantly, you will see the contact information. Again, this is not a forum where we're going to chat or solicit applications. It's a bulletin board, so you see the information that's posted and you can reach out and communicate about these opportunities. And once you've viewed the information, you can choose the gray button to go back to the list. If you wanted to filter by district, you could also do that here by using the first filter option by district. So as a minister, the main functionality that you have on the opportunities bulletin will be to 1, view open churches, which are posted by districts, or 2, view open positions, which are posted by pastors. So if you are a credentialed minister and you are not a pastor or a district official, this is going to informally conclude the relevant information. I will continue to give more information on how to make these posts for our pastors in our districts. So the post open churches. This is only specific to district officials. So if you click the green button that says Post Open Churches, it's going to take you to a form. On this form, you're going to fill out the information. It's pretty intuitive, and it's going to correspond to what you saw on those open churches, the different fields. You can select as much information as you would like. Please make sure the contact information that you include is correct and accurate, because that's what people will be reaching out to. And just for an example, let's call this test church, and I'm going to do it in Alabama State and District. Testing 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm sorry. You do have to provide a city and you have to provide contact information. All right, so I'm just putting some information in here to satisfy the requirements. Almost done. All right, now that I think I've satisfied those, we'll submit. Perfect. So, as an admin, I can post in any district, but as a district official, you are only allowed to author posts in your district. So only, for example, the Alabama district can post about open churches in the Alabama district. Because you're the author of this post, you will have the yellow and the red button to edit or to remove. So for example, if this was posted and a person has been selected and it no longer needs to be on the bulletin board, you can choose the red button to remove this listing. And it's going to ask you, are you sure you want to remove this listing? If you are sure, choose the red button, remove. If not, we're going to cancel. The other option, maybe you posted this and you realized you made a typo or more information became available that you want to add to this listing. Choose the yellow button here that says edit, and it's going to take you back to that original form where you can edit this information and make sure that it's up to date. Save the changes, view the details, and you can see it was posted today, modified today. All right, well, that's an example on how you would post an open church. I will clarify, this is available to districts. The roles that should have access to this are 1, district superintendent, 2, district secretary, and 3, district administrator. Now, the last piece of functionality that I wanted to cover in this video is for our pastors. Pastors have the option to post open positions in a specific church, specifically the church that you're pastoring. So to do this, to author that post, you would choose the last green button, Post Open Positions. And just to clarify, on this page, this button should only be visible if you have access to do it. So if you're a pastor and not a district official, you shouldn't even see the option that says Post Open Churches. That's okay. It should only appear for those people who have the credentials. So, for example, let's pretend we're a pastor of a church and we want to post an open position. Now I'm going to include the name of my church, and I'm going to provide some test data here to satisfy those requirements. Select a district, and this is important information. You want to make sure that you're providing the contact information that people can reach out to, because again, there's no chat or application feature in this bulletin board. The position is also an important category, remember, because people can filter by this. So if there is a specific position title that fits in these categories, I recommend choosing the category that most closely aligns with this role. And the description, you can include as much information as you would like. I am just going to say testing 1, 2, 3 because we're testing. Now, once this is complete, we'll click the button at the bottom, Submit. Now I can see the position that I just posted is available. As soon as you post it, it's going to be visible to any minister who has credentials and can view these forms. So it's immediately posted. There's no review process. If you want to look at it and see what other people will see, click that blue button that says View Details. This looks good. Inside the post, if you want to edit or remove, you have those same buttons here that are listed here. Something else that I'll point out specific to these positions, they are posted by pastors, but district administrators, including the superintendent, the secretary, and the administrator, those district roles have the ability to edit or to delete any post in their district. So for example, maybe they see a position that has been filled, they know it, but the pastor forgot to take down the post. I would recommend communicating outside of this forum, possibly via email, just so everyone's on the same page. But the district roles have the ability to edit or delete those posts to make sure this page stays clean and updated. All right, so I'm going to navigate back to our Minister Opportunity homepage. Well, if you have any questions, I know this is a new tool, and we hope that it does provide value to our districts, our pastors, our ministers, in helping you connect and engage in ministry inside of your gifts and your talents in your district. If you have any questions about this process, you can email ministers@upci.org with those questions. But we're excited to roll out this new opportunity. We hope it's a help to you. And let us know if you have any questions. Thank you. God bless.